Starlight Horizons, a futuristic sleep story. Part 1, The Awakening. In the year 2147, humanity had spread its reach across the solar system. Yet, even in the midst of technological marvels, the quietest moments were still found in the gentle hum of a ship drifting between the stars. Liora awoke slowly to the soft, pulsating glow of the ship's ambient lights. Outside her cabin window, the cosmos stretched endlessly, an infinite tapestry of deep indigo, shimmering stars, and distant suns casting gentle radiance across the void. The silence was not empty, but alive with subtle vibrations. The soft hum of the engines, the faint creak of the hull adjusting to the vacuum, the delicate murmur of life-sustaining systems working in harmony. She rose from her bed and moved across the cabin, feeling the smooth alloy of the floor beneath her feet. The room adjusted automatically to her movements. Soft lights dimmed and brightened in rhythm with her steps, gently guiding her toward the observation deck. Here, the vastness of space unfolded in panoramic splendor. Each distant star seemed to pulse in its own quiet rhythm, a symphony of light against the endless dark. The AI assistant, Arian, glided beside her, a soft orb of luminescent light, its voice calm and steady. "Good morning, Liora." External sensors indicate a meteor shower passing near Sector 7. Visibility is optimal for observation. Estimated trajectory patterns are stable and safe for viewing. Liora nodded, her eyes tracing the arcs of meteoroids streaking past in silent elegance. They glittered like shards of glass, catching the faint glimmer of nearby suns, dancing through the darkness in an intricate ballet. She felt no fear, only a quiet awe. The universe seemed to breathe alongside her, and she inhaled deeply, savoring the calm serenity of the moment. The mission she carried was profound yet solitary, mapping uncharted worlds, documenting untapped resources, and observing potential colonies for humanity's next chapter. Yet, in this moment, duty faded, replaced by a sense of gentle meditation. Every detail of the ship, the smooth, curved walls, the faint vibration underfoot, the subtle hiss of air circulation worked together to create a sanctuary where time itself felt slowed. Liora poured a cup of warm nutrient tea, its aroma faint but grounding. She cradled the mug, feeling its gentle warmth seep into her hands, anchoring her consciousness. Slowly, she moved toward the reclining chair positioned perfectly before the largest observation window. As she settled into its soft embrace, the chair tilted to provide a panoramic view, and Arian subtly adjusted gravity to a soothing, almost weightless pull. Outside, the meteors continued their journey, streaking silently across the expanse of space, leaving faint trails of iridescent light. Each movement felt deliberate, unhurried, as if time itself had chosen to slow for the sake of beauty. Liora's mind wandered, drifting effortlessly from the present to imagined worlds. She pictured planets with skies of shifting colors, oceans that mirrored the starlight, and forests of crystalline flora that chimed softly when touched by wind. Each vision lulled her deeper into tranquility, her thoughts floating lightly like cosmic dust. The ship hummed beneath her, a steady heartbeat of energy and life. Lights along the walls dimmed to gentle blues and silvers, responding automatically to her state of relaxation. Arian spoke softly, not with urgency, but with a calming presence. Sensors indicate a stable orbit along the projected path. All systems nominal. You may rest if you wish. Liora allowed herself to sink further into the chair, letting the soft support cradle her completely. Her breathing slowed, in harmony with the gentle pulse of the ship. Thoughts of Earth, of the bustling cities and endless noise, faded into the background, replaced by the infinite stillness and gentle rhythm of space. Meteors, distant suns, and drifting planets became a lullaby, each a note in the symphony of the universe. As she closed her eyes, she imagined herself drifting over alien landscapes, violet deserts shimmering in twin suns, oceans that reflected the cosmos, valleys where soft, luminescent plants swayed in silent harmony. Each imagined step, each soundless movement carried her deeper into calm. The universe felt intimate, like a gentle cradle rocking her toward sleep. Time stretched, the ship gliding effortlessly through the void, every vibration, every pulse, every distant shimmer guiding her mind toward serenity. Liora surrendered completely to the moment, letting the quiet of space wash over her. Even her heartbeat slowed, matching the rhythm of distant stars, the soft hum of the ship, and the gentle pulse of life within her own body. Outside, meteors continued their graceful dance. Stars shimmered softly, and the universe, vast and infinite, embraced her with tranquility. The edges of consciousness blurred, thoughts drifting like starlight through the cosmos, guiding her gently toward dreams of distant worlds, endless skies, and the infinite calm of space, cradling her safely, serenely, endlessly. Part 2, The First Colony. After days of quiet drifting through the vast emptiness of space, Liora finally approached the first of the outer colonies. It was a settlement that hung like a jewel along the edge of a pale blue gas giant, its structures delicate yet strong, glinting in the distant sunlight. The colony was known as Orlaya, a place where humanity had begun to stretch its roots into new worlds. From her observation window, she could see the gentle shimmer of glass-like domes and the soft pulse of light along walkways that curved elegantly around artificial lakes. The ship descended slowly, engines barely whispering against the thin atmosphere of the orbital docking station. Gravity shifted subtly as Liora moved toward the airlock, her body feeling the comforting pull of the colony's field. She adjusted her suit, letting it hum softly as sensors checked her vitals and ensured a smooth transition. Even in the midst of exploration, there was a rhythm to her movements, a calming pattern, repeated over countless missions, that allowed her mind to relax. Outside, the colony breathed softly. Light towers glimmered like distant lighthouses, guiding travelers and residents alike. A gentle wind carried the faint scent of engineered gardens, cultivated carefully in protective domes, blending oxygen and aromatic plants to provide a touch of earth amidst alien skis. Liora inhaled deeply, letting the sensation anchor her in the present, the subtle perfume of civilization mixed with the infinite calm of space. She wandered along the main pathway, observing the life that moved at a serene pace. Colony residents navigated the walkways with quiet precision, their movements almost meditative. Children floated in zero-gravity playgrounds, laughing softly as they twisted and spun among delicate beams of light. Elderly residents walked in reflective silence along garden paths, tending to flora that glowed faintly, their soft luminescence painting gentle patterns on the metallic ground. Arian's voice remained a gentle murmur in her ear. All systems within the colony are functioning optimally. Life support and environmental controls are stable. Observational parameters are well within safety thresholds. Liora nodded, her attention shifting to a small plaza at the colony's center. There, a fountain shimmered with liquid that reflected the colors of the gas giant beyond. The droplets floated in slow arcs, suspended briefly in low gravity before falling gracefully back into the basin. The sound was delicate, like tiny chimes echoing through the calm air, a lullaby for anyone who paused to listen. She found a bench nearby, letting her body relax completely as she watched the interplay of water, light, and the slow pulse of human activity. Her thoughts drifted gently to the stories of those who had built Orlia, dreamers and explorers who had left Earth behind, seeking new horizons while preserving fragments of home. The architecture, the gardens, and even the soft murmur of voices were infused with care and intention, a reminder that even on distant worlds, humanity sought comfort, beauty, and peace. As Liora walked further into the colony, she found herself drawn to the edge of a quiet observation deck overlooking the lakes. The water shimmered faintly, reflecting distant stars and the swirling colors of the gas giant's atmosphere. Tiny, automated drones flitted across the surface, creating soft ripples, their movements delicate and hypnotic. She leaned against the railing, eyes tracing the slow dance of light and water, feeling the gentle rhythm of life here wash over her. Even in exploration, there was meditation. Each breath became deeper, slower, more deliberate. The soft glow of the colony, the delicate balance of human presence and alien environment, and the vastness of the sky above created a harmony that seemed to pulse through her veins. She closed her eyes briefly, imagining herself gliding over the lakes, floating silently among the shimmering lights, feeling weightless and free. The quiet streets, the soft lights, and the gentle pulse of the colony all blended into a single soothing cadence. Liora allowed herself to be carried by it, each heartbeat syncing with the rhythm of Orlia, each exhale releasing tension into the calm air. The city itself seemed to breathe in time with her, its lights flickering softly like the slow blinking of distant stars, a cosmic lullaby that carried her mind toward rest. Finally, she returned to her cabin, the day's gentle exploration leaving her body pleasantly tired. As she settled into her reclining chair, the soft glow of the observation window framing the gas giant outside, her eyes grew heavy. Meteors streaked faintly in the distant sky, and the hum of Orlia's life systems blended seamlessly with the ship's own pulse. Liora exhaled slowly, surrendering to the calm, letting the serenity of the colony, the infinite expanse beyond, and the gentle rhythm of life guide her into a peaceful, drifting sleep. Part 3. The Hidden Expedition. The next morning, Liora awoke to the gentle pulse of Orlia's ambient light, the colony's soft energy flowing through the observation deck and into the ship's docking port. Outside, the gas giant glimmered with shifting hues of sapphire and emerald, and the twin suns cast a subtle glow across the city's domes. Today, she would venture further, following a trail of ancient readings and subtle anomalies detected by Arian in the remote outskirts of the settlement. As she stepped onto the calm streets, Liora felt the soft vibration of the colony beneath her feet, a soothing reminder that she was part of something larger, a living, breathing entity that balanced humanity and the cosmos. The streets were quiet at this hour, only the distant hum of automated transport and the occasional chime of a maintenance drone breaking the stillness. Every detail of Orlia seemed designed to ease the mind. Curved pathways, smooth metallic surfaces, and soft lighting that mimicked the gentle cadence of natural sunlight. Arian hovered near her shoulder, its light dim and steady. Sensors indicate traces of old settlement modules beyond Sector 12. They appear untouched for decades. Environmental readings are stable, with no immediate risks. She nodded, feeling the familiar thrill of discovery mixed with calm. The expedition was not rushed. There was no urgency, only the deliberate pace of someone who understood that exploration was as much about observation and serenity as it was about discovery. Liora followed the winding pathways, past gardens that glowed softly, the luminescent flora swaying gently as if in time with her thoughts. Finally, she reached a concealed airlock, partially hidden behind the natural rock formations of the artificial plateau. The module beyond had once served as an early research station, now quiet and still, its walls lined with panels that had not been touched in decades. Stepping inside, Liora felt the comforting hum of preserved systems, a faint energy still flowing through the old circuits. Dust motes danced in shafts of light from the entryway, shimmering like tiny stars in the serene silence. Arian guided her through the station, illuminating panels and displays that recorded the earliest experiments on the gas giant's moons. Each screen told a story of hope, patience, and meticulous care. Liora's fingers traced the smooth surfaces, feeling the history embedded within the technology, a gentle reminder that even in distant worlds, humanity left traces of thoughtfulness and creativity. she paused in a small observation chamber that overlooked the outer plateau. Here, the twin suns painted shifting patterns across the rocks and lakes, and the faint rings of the gas giant shimmered in the sky above. Liora settled into a comfortable chair, letting the soft gravity field cradle her body as she absorbed the serene beauty of the moment. Outside, automated drones moved gracefully, performing maintenance with precise, fluid motions that made the colony feel alive and harmonious. Thoughts drifted freely in her mind, untethered and calm. She imagined the early settlers working quietly to build a foundation for life in an alien environment, their careful movements echoing through time. The soft hum of the station, the faint echo of past voices recorded in logs, and the gentle glow of distant stars combined into a lullaby that soothed her consciousness. Arian's voice, warm and gentle, reminded her of the simple beauty of awareness. All environmental parameters remain stable. Life support is nominal. You may take time to rest and observe. Liora closed her eyes briefly, letting her imagination wander through the chambers, the gardens outside, and the shimmering lakes beyond. She envisioned herself walking through forests of crystalline trees, their leaves singing faint harmonies in the alien wind, and along shores where bioluminescent plants glimmered in response to her presence. Each imagined step carried her deeper into relaxation, the details vivid yet gentle, like a soft lullaby for the mind. Time seemed to slow as she reclined in the observation chamber. The colony, the old module, and the distant gas giant created a quiet rhythm, a harmony of history and the present moment. Liora's breathing synchronized with the gentle pulse of the station, her heartbeat aligning with the calm cadence of life all around her. The infinite cosmos beyond the windows became a blanket of serenity, cocooning her in tranquility. As she drifted further into this state, Liora felt herself becoming weightless, her consciousness floating like a feather among the stars. Memories of Earth, the hum of past cities, and the rush of life there faded into the background. Here, amid quiet discovery and gentle light, she could simply be floating, observing, and dreaming of endless possibilities. The soft hum of Orlaia, the faint sparkle of the distant nebulae, and the gentle sway of the old research module carried her mind toward calm. Meteors streaked faintly across the horizon, lights flickered softly, and the universe itself seemed to whisper, guiding her thoughts into serene and endless drift. Part 4, The Eternal Journey. The days passed softly on Orlaia, each one a quiet meditation in the rhythm of the colony. Liora awoke to the gentle light of twin suns, painting the sky in delicate shades of amber and lavender. Outside the observation window, the distant rings of the gas giant shimmered slowly, as if breathing in sync with the heartbeat of the settlement. Today, she would venture farther than ever before, guided by Arian toward uncharted territories that promised wonder without urgency. As the ship glided into open space beyond the colony, the stars stretched infinitely, each one a silent guardian of the cosmos. Liora felt a calm excitement, a soft anticipation tempered by the serenity that enveloped her. The vastness of space was no longer daunting. It was a gentle embrace, a vast cradle that carried her thoughts and dreams effortlessly. Arian's voice, ever gentle, broke the silence. Sensors indicate a stable path toward the outer belt. Visibility is optimal, and environmental conditions are within safe parameters. You may relax during this transit. She settled into her reclining chair, letting the soft gravity field cradle her completely. Outside, distant asteroids floated gracefully, moving in slow, deliberate arcs, their surfaces glinting faintly in the soft sunlight. Liora's mind drifted over them, imagining each rock as a tiny world with its own secrets, its own quiet life. Her breathing deepened, synchronized with the slow hum of the ship and the subtle pulse of distant stars. The journey continued, a silent ballet of light and shadow. Liora's thoughts wandered to the countless explorers who had traveled before her, the dreamers who had mapped galaxies in quiet patience. She envisioned the new worlds waiting to be discovered, oceans that shimmered like liquid glass, forests of crystalline trees that sang with the wind, and skies filled with auroras that danced like gentle ribbons of color. Each imagined world carried a sense of peace, a lullaby for her mind, a soft guide into calm consciousness. She drifted past asteroid fields, their silence profound, broken only by the gentle hum of the ship's engines. Each movement was deliberate, precise, yet soothing in its predictability. The universe outside the window was vast, but it felt intimate, a quiet companion in her voyage. Meteors streaked faintly across the horizon, distant suns glimmered softly, and the faint shimmer of a nebula painted a gradient of colors that seemed almost alive. Arian hovered beside her, a soft orb of glowing light, its presence calming and steady. All systems remain stable. Life support is functioning optimally. You may enter a rest state at your discretion. Liora closed her eyes, letting herself drift into a gentle reverie. She imagined gliding across alien landscapes, floating effortlessly over oceans and valleys, feeling the soft weightlessness of the cosmos. Each imagined step carried her deeper into serenity, her mind untangling from the tension of travel and settling into the quiet rhythm of the stars. The ship hummed softly, a constant heartbeat in the stillness of space. Lights along the walls dimmed automatically, bathing the cabin in soothing shades of blue and silver. Outside, the galaxy stretched endlessly, an ever-expanding quilt of light and shadow that invited contemplation and rest. Liora's thoughts became fluid, moving freely through the cosmos, carried by the gentle cadence of the ship and the slow, deliberate pulse of life all around her. As she surrendered to the calm, she envisioned herself among the stars, weightless and free. The distant glow of planets, the soft shimmer of nebulae, and the quiet arc of meteors became a lullaby, each element a gentle note in the symphony of the universe. Her breathing slowed further, and even in perfect harmony with the rhythm of the cosmos and the quiet pulse of Orlaya's systems. The journey felt eternal, a peaceful glide through space and time, where the boundaries between imagination and reality softened. Liora's consciousness floated effortlessly, carried by the serene music of starlight, distant suns, and the gentle hum of life. Every detail, the shimmer of light on the ship's hull, the quiet arcs of meteors, the soft glow of distant nebulae, combined to guide her into a state of profound relaxation. As the hours passed softly, she drifted closer to sleep, cradled by the calm of the universe and the comforting presence of the ship. Thoughts of Earth, the past, and even the bustling life of Orlaya faded into gentle obscurity. Only the vast, silent, and tender expanse of space remained a gentle, infinite cradle. And there, amid the glow of distant stars and the serene pulse of the cosmos, Liora surrendered completely to the journey, her mind floating free, at peace, and gently drifting into dreams of worlds yet to be discovered, of stars yet to be touched, of endless horizons that promised serenity and calm. Thank you for listening. Please like, share, and subscribe for more stories to fall asleep to.